Mike and Mike, presented by Progressive Insurance, and we're delighted to be joined now by Steph Curry, Warriors guard. Degree Deodorant's new 360 video gives us an on-court look at the work that Steph Curry puts in during practice and training. Fan can experience Steph Curry motion in 360 at youtube.com/degreemen. Steph, we appreciate you being with us. What's been your reaction to sort of the kerfuffle, for lack of a better term, that people seem to be very upset that Steve Kerr rested you and some other players against the Spurs on Saturday?
Honestly, I haven't really thought about it because I heard you guys talking a little bit before. Just our coach's job is just to put us as a team in the best position to be healthy, to be fresh and ready for what we're gearing up for the playoff run. So we're as players, we never go to coach and be like, I need tonight off type situation. He basically made a decision for us. And you go with it. So obviously understand repercussions from a fan standpoint, and over 82 games, anything can happen. But we're trying to be healthy for the playoffs.
About the end game, that's the bottom line. So I completely agree with you on that. From last season, when you set the regular season record, to this season, what's been has there been a difference in mentality? You were chasing that last year, you got it, didn't get the championship, obviously, so that's always the goal. But as far as the regular season this year, how has, if at all, the mentality changed from last year to this year?
I mean, the mentality hasn't changed much. We want to win every game we play, and obviously we did a better job of that during the regular season last year. But we have such a confident group that we understand exactly who we are as a team, what our strengths are, how we're going to be our best come playoff time. It's a little uncomfortable right now because you're not used to losing. A couple of games in a row here and there, but the goal for us. These last 16 games that we have, we want to continue to get better. Obviously, the 1 seed is something that we still have our mind set on, but it's just a little bit more of a roller coaster ride this year during the regular season, and that's okay because we've experienced everything when it comes to regular season success, but we want to make sure we're ready for the April, May, and June.
Steph, we've been talking a little bit about what we watch on television. I've been watching Billions lately. I watch Fixer Upper. We've been talking about some of these Alaska
Bushman,
Bushman shows. What do you watch in your spare time?
That is a great question. I actually just started Billions myself, so you have to give me kind of the lay of the land on that, Jay. My wife's got me on Chef's Table on Netflix, actually, which is
that's good. Yes.
It's kind of tough to watch if you're hungry.
So you started Billions. Are you on the first season of Billions, so you're getting caught up that way?
Yeah, I'm fresh, I think 4th episode in, so yeah, I got a long way to go.
All right, we won't say anything then. You'll love it, though.
Well, it's terrible when Paul Giamatti's character dies. No, I'm kidding, Steph. That doesn't happen.
No, he doesn't.
That doesn't happen. But that's one of the that's one of the great things about technology is binge watching.
Yeah,
you have to wait a week. Yeah. You can just feed yourself until you're like glutted with this great TV show.
Is there anything you have binge watched before now? Like I was a Breaking Bad guy. I couldn't get away from it. Is there anything you binge watched before this?
It took me a while to get into Game of Thrones, but I finally started to binge watch that and got through pretty much the whole or all 6 seasons. So I'm ready for when it comes back on.
July 16th. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, Steph. They have to wait for winter
and
to wait for winter to actually shoot. So normally we're ready for Dracarys right around April, and now we got to wait till July. The wait is killing me. It is literally killing me. I'm glad we're covering all the important topics with Steph.
This is important. People are going to remember this more than sitting out.
Which is why the marathon you're going to do, the fun stuff, is the most important thing you'll remember. Mm-hmm. Speaking of fun stuff, you turn 29 tomorrow. What are you going to give yourself for a birthday present?
That's a good question. Hopefully a win against Philly, and then we got a day off the next day, so maybe I'll go play some golf or something. That'd be good.
Yeah, we know you do that pretty well as well. So we know your golf game is good. Where are you now in your basketball game from beginning of season and now? Certainly in a long season, there's ebbs and flows. Where's your game right now?
I obviously want to make some more shots, but the confidence is obviously, it never wanes as you go through the regular season. Like you said, there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be, different situations you kind of be patient with as you go through the year. And this is our third go-around chasing a championship, so the patience is at the utmost right now. But for me personally, I feel good, kind of the work I've been putting in throughout the regular season, and just where my body is health-wise going into this final stretch run. That is something I'm pretty confident in. So, looking forward to finishing strong.
From the mentality of a player, we're talking to Steph Curry, Warriors guard. In the last 7 games, 24% from three-point range. Does that make you hesitate at all in your play or in your shot, or from the mental side of it is just I continue to do exactly what I'm doing and shoot?
No, there's a reason you go 0 for 11 in a game. Confidence is high.
It's a target-rich environment.
Exactly. I'm going to shoot my way out of it, whatever kind of down tick you have, and that's shoot or shoot. And my teammates got confidence in me. I got confidence in myself. Every shot I take, I feel like is a good one and one I'm going to make. And that's kind of the mentality every night. You can't be hesitant, really. That's where you do yourself a disservice when you're out there on the floor if you ever start to think about your shot or try to let that get into your head.
Steph, are you the best golfer among active NBA players? Although Gerald Henderson disputes that when I make that claim. Can anybody hang with you on the golf course that's active?
I don't think so. I know Gerald's got game. I played with him once, but I'll take that crown for sure.
With confidence. That's a shooter's mentality right there. Again, Steph Curry joins us with Degree Deodorant's new 360 video, an on-court look at the work that he puts in during his practice and training. You can experience Steph Curry motion in 360 at youtube.com/degreemen. The confidence is great to have, but Steph, you guys are dealing with something that you haven't had in a long time. You've lost 3 in a row for the first time since November of 2013. How does the team get out of this funk?
It's crazy how the narrative is. Like, this is something that every NBA team goes through at some point, and we just have been immune to it the last 2 years. So you kind of have to have a perspective. Like, we're still, first in the conference. We got 16 games left to lock that up. It's okay what we're going through right now. So there's no panic in any of the guys in our locker room. You just understand we got a nice, stretch of the schedule coming up with home games that we need to take advantage of, get our energy back, and this will be something hopefully that washes over really quick with our play as we get back to Oracle.
As far as toward the end of the season and the number 1 seed, I know, as you said, your players and Steve Kerr makes the decisions, but certainly you guys can have conversations with him. How important and how much would you play for that number 1 seed as opposed to if he wanted to rest you? Obviously, injury is a different situation, but where are you with that number 1 seed and how important it is?
I mean, it's definitely important. Like, there's certain scenarios that can happen in the playoffs that you'd rather be at home than on the road in a Game 7 situation. But, for us, our job as players, we can't think too much about the end game. It's more just, what's happening now. And if we take care of business at home the rest of the way, I'm pretty confident we can control our own destiny when it comes to locking up the 1 seed. But at the end of the day, you still got to play. We've learned that you still got to play at your best in the playoffs, and there's really no easy way to a championship. So we want to do ourselves the biggest favor by giving ourselves home court advantage, but if for some reason it doesn't happen, we still are very confident in our ability to finish the job off.
Well, we'll see how the end of the season plays out. And, of course, we're getting ready for tournament time, and it was in the tournament in 2008 where Steph Curry became a household name, averaging 32 points per game in the tournament en route to taking Davidson to the Elite Eight as a 10 seed. Steph, we appreciate you being with us. Happy birthday tomorrow, and my hope for you on your birthday is that you'll have half as much fun as it looked like you were having playing with Justin Timberlake and Alfonso Ribeira at the American. Listen, I DVR'd the last part of that. You guys look like you were having more fun than humans should be allowed to have that day.
I would agree. I think we probably set a record for the longest time spent on one par 3 hole dancing.
That was
there for like 30, 35 minutes. So
17.
Pace of play was not an issue.
Yeah, but it seemed like you guys dealt with it all right.
Did
that
okay.
day. You certainly did.
Thanks, Steph.
Steph, we appreciate you being with us.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.